Today we are going to talk about internet banking. In this video, we are going to cover what do we mean by internet banking, the different modes of transferring money online. That is, the first one is real-time gross settlement, that is RTGS. The next we would be covering is NEFT. The third one is IMPS, and the fourth is e-wallet or mobile wallet. Let us start off with the first thing, that is, first of all, let us know what do we mean by internet banking. Now children, as we all know that internet has taken place all over the world in different fields. Now when we talk about banking, internet has captured this industry also. Now banking transactions which are taken place through internet is called as internet banking. Now, when we talk about it, in order to save the time and money involved in visiting the bank branches, people nowadays are increasingly preferring to deposit money and withdraw money from the banks from their accounts due with other banking transactions sitting at home or in office or anywhere across the world through the internet. This is how the internet banking is taking place, and it is helping people in doing banking transactions 24 into 7. Now, let us talk about what are the different modes of transferring money online. The different modes of transferring money online are: number 1, real time gross settlement. So, now, children, let us talk about it. What is RTGS? The full form of RTGS is real time gross settlement. Yes, it is the fund transfer system under which transfer of funds take place from one bank to another on the real time and gross basis. So, children, you must be thinking as to what is real time and what is gross settlement. So, when we talk about settlement on real time, it simply means there is no waiting period. And when we talk about gross settlement, children, it means transaction is made on one-to-one basis without bunching any other transaction. The transaction is settled soon as it is processed in case of real time. It is more instant settlement system, children, which is used mainly for high volume payments. That is, when we have to do transactions on, say, a higher amount, we use RTGS. Now, children, when we talk about RTGS services, children, are available to customers from, kindly note, 9 to 3, that is 9 am to 3 pm on weekdays, and from 9 am to 12 noon on Saturday. Children, this is the fastest possible system for transfer of money throughout the banking system. Now, let us know something more about RTGS. Children, as we talked earlier also, RTGS stands for real time gross settlement, which can be defined as the real time settlement of funds transfers individually. Now, RTGS or real time means the process of instructions at the time they are received rather than at some later time. Now, when we talk about gross settlement, children, means the settlement of funds transfer instructions occurs individually on an instruction by instruction basis. Considering that the fund settlements take place in the books of the Reserve Bank of India, the payments are finally and they are irrevocable. That is, they cannot be changed. The RTGS system is primary, children, meant for large value transactions. That is, it is basically meant for the people who are involved into business activities. The minimum amount to be remitted through RTGS, children, kindly note, is rupees 2 lakh, while there is no upper ceiling for RTGS transactions. That is, there is no upper limit. Minimum is 2 lakh. Under normal circumstances, the beneficiary branch are expected to receive the funds in real time as soon as the funds are transferred by remitting bank. The beneficiary bank, that is, who has to have a credit the beneficiary account within 30 minutes of receiving the funds transfer message. Now, how is this RTGS working? As to what all are its key features? Let us know that. Children, when we talk about its features, RTGS is not available at all bank branches in India. Kindly note it down. It is not available in all bank branches. This facility is provided only by the CBS enabled branches. So children, the RTGS transactions are available, kindly note down, in only CBS branches. RTGS transactions, children, are processed individually and continuously throughout the banking hours rather than in batches. The minimum amount in an RTGS transaction, as earlier also mentioned, is rupees 2 lakhs. There is no upper ceiling for an RTGS transaction, that is, there is no upper limit. The minimum amount is rupees 2 lakhs. The receiving or the beneficiary bank must credit the customer's account within 30 minutes. Kindly note down, they have to credit the account within 30 minutes of receiving the funds transfer message. The transfer is final and irrevocable. That is, this transfer of money cannot be changed later. This was, children, about RTGS. Now let us talk about what do we mean by NEFT, which is another mode of transferring money online, and it is quite famous also. Now children, when we talk about NEFT, children stands for National Electronic Funds Transfer. It is a nationwide payment system. Facilitates one-to-one funds transfer individually. Firms, corporates maintaining accounts with a bank branch, and they can transfer funds using NEFT. Individuals who do not have a bank account, that is, the walk-in customers who visit a branch just like that without having an account in that branch, can also deposit cash at the NEFT enabled branch with the instruction to transfer funds using NEFT. However, children, according to RBI, such cash remittances will be restricted, kindly note down, to the maximum of rupees 50,000 per transaction. Now let us talk something more about NEFT. Children, when we talk about NEFT, the funds transfer take place at a particular period of time. All transfers are held till the time, that is, in other words, we can also say that NEFT transactions are settled in batches. Kindly note down, whereas when we talked about RTGS, they are not settled in batches. They are continuous in nature. During the weekdays, children, NEFT transactions takes place 7 times a day. That is between 8 am and 7 pm. On Saturday, NEFT transactions, children, take place 6 times a day. That is between 8 am and 1 pm. When we talk about NEFT, children, an NEFT transactions is initiated after a designated settlement time has to wait till the next designated settlement time. Whereas when we talked about, children, the RTGS, they were continuous in nature. Throughout the banking hours, RTGS transactions were taking place. Now, let us talk some more about NEFT, that is, what are its key features. Children, the main features of NEFT are: a bank branch must be NEFT enabled. Kindly note down, a bank branch must be NEFT enabled to become a part of the NEFT fund transfer network. An individual firm or company, kindly note down who all can do an NEFT transactions. Any individual, any firm or corporate can make use of NEFT even without having a bank account. That is, even a walk-in customer can go and deposit cash at an NEFT enabled bank branch. Children, when we talk about NEFT, in order to receive funds through NEFT system, an individual firm or company must have an account with the NEFT enabled bank branch. In case, children, one does not have a bank account, the maximum amount that he or she can transfer through NEFT is 49,999. There is, children, no minimum or maximum amount that can be transferred through NEFT when one has a bank account. Kindly note down, when we talked about 49,999, it is for the walk-in customers, those who do not have an NEFT account in an NEFT branch. Whereas for others, there is no minimum or maximum limit. NEFT transactions, children, takes place in batches, whereas when we talked about RTGS, they do not take place in batches. They are continuous in nature. NEFT, children, cannot be used to receive foreign remittance. Kindly note down, it is not used for the remitting of the foreign currency. The sender of the funds has to pay, children, the following charges for an NEFT transactions. For an amount up to rupees 1 lakh, rupees 5 plus the service tax. For an amount above rupees 1 lakh and up to rupees 2 lakh, the tax is 15 plus service tax. For an amount above rupees 2 lakhs, children, rupees 25 plus the service tax. The receiver of funds has to pay no charges. Kindly note down, these charges are to be borne by the sender. Now, children, this was about NEFT and RTGS. The key difference between both is that in NEFT there is no minimum value, whereas when we talked about RTGS, children, there was a minimum value of rupees 2 lakhs. RTGS transactions, children, when we talk about, are processed individually and they are processed continuously, whereas NEFT transactions, children, when we talk about, they are settled in batches. These are the major differences between NEFT and RTGS. Now, let us talk about another mode of transferring money, that is IMPS. Now, children, when we talk about IMPS as to what it is, first of all, IMPS, children, stands for Immediate Mobile Payment Services. That is, it was started, children, in the year 2010. Children, in this you can make use to make payments through your mobile number or Aadhaar card number, which are, if you know, that they are linked these days to your bank account. That is why, children, they are linked to your bank account so that you can use the IMPS facility, that is Immediate Mobile Payment Services. Now, what it is? IMPS, children, is an innovative real-time payment services that is available round the clock. This service, children, is offered by the National Payments Corporation of India, that is NPCI, that empowers customers to transfer money instantly through banks and RBI authorized prepayment instruments issued, that is PPI. Kindly note down, they help through authorized prepayment instruments issuers, that is PPI, across India. There are many benefits, children, of IMPS. Let us know as to what are they. Children, when we talk about IMPS, first of all, it is instant. The second is it is available 24 into 7 and is functional even on holidays. Whereas when we talk about NEFT and RTGS, they are operated children through banks. They are not available 24 into 7. Children, when we talk about IMPS, it is quite safe and secure. They are easily accessible and cost effective. The fourth advantage of IMPS children is it can be initiated through mobile, internet or ATM channel. The fifth advantage children is you can also get debit and credit confirmation by SMS. The charges of remittance through IMPS children are decided by the individual member bank and PPI. So children, this is IMPS, in which basically in order to use the IMPS you just need to have a registered mobile banking number. Once registered, you can send money in real time. Banks children levy a transaction charges for using the IMPS. The charges, if we talk about, is rupees 2.5 plus service tax up to the transaction of rupees 10,000. Now let us talk about children the mobile wallet or e-wallet. That is the last topic for today. Now children, when we talk about e-wallet or mobile wallet, e-wallet children is a type of electronic card which is used for transactions under online through a computer or a smartphone. Now e-wallet children, when we talk about, need to be linked with individual's bank account to make payments. E-wallet children is a type of prepaid account in which a user can store his or her money for any future online transactions. An e-wallet children is protected with a password. Kindly note down, there is a password enabled to the e-wallet which makes it secure. With the help of e-wallet children, one can make payments for, kindly note down, the things like grocery, online purchases, flight tickets, etc. E-wallet children has mainly two components. What are the two components of e-wallet? The first one is software, the second is information. When we talk about the software component of the e-wallet children, what does it do? It stores the personal information and provides security and encryption of the data. The information component, when we talk about, is a database of details provided by the user which includes such as his name, shipping address, payment method, amount to be paid, credit and debit card details, etc. Now when we talk about e-wallet children, how does it work? The user just needs to install the software on his or her device, that is his mobile or computer, and enter the relevant information required. After shopping online children, the e-wallet automatically fills in the user's information on the payment form. Now to activate the e-wallet, the user need to enter his password which makes it secure. Once the online payment children is made, the customer is required to fill in the order form or any other website as the information gets stored in the database. This is how children the e-wallet works, or we can also say the mobile wallet works. So children, today we have talked about the different modes of transferring money online. We have talked about what is RTGS, what is NEFT, IMPS and mobile wallet or e-wallet. Kindly go through the video carefully and clear your doubts over the Microsoft Teams. Thank you. Have a good day.